dating the Scorpio woman. See, with this situation, right? I always said that I probably should have dated more Scorpio women. However, things just happen the way that they happen, right? You can't always pinpoint how many women of a certain zodiac sign you're supposed to date. So what I found out with this pairing, though, is that I value the reserved approach or the reserved way how Scorpio women carry themselves. I wouldn't necessarily call it shy. I think they know their power. They know what they want before they go out to get it, before they come and get me, right? But it's more like they approach romance or love or whatever you want to call it in a reserved way that shows that they're kind of reserved and calculating about it. You know what I mean? Now, to me, I value that, despite how much I value directness. Like, I love it when women are direct. But Scorpio can be reserved, but still state what they want. It's just that they're not so adamant about it. You know what I mean? Now, don't get me wrong. I've dated Scorpio women that can be very provocative, can dress in certain ways that shows you what they're capable of doing when it comes to attraction levels and stuff like that. How they could put it on men and this, that, and the third. I've seen it. You know what I mean? At the same time, when they're being serious about a matter, which is the relationship that I'm talking about, dating these women, they are more, in order to be more serious or give off the aura of seriousness, they seem to be more reserved and chill about it. You know what I mean? So the reason why I say I value this even more with Scorpio women alone is because later on I come to find out every time that I date Scorpio women that whenever more people are involved is when this seems to deteriorate. So like once upon a time, right? Here goes a story, quick story. I'm dating someone and a Scorpio woman is pursuing me to date me at the same time. Now, this is like not something that's new or unheard of or shocking. However, when you know the person that I was dating at that time, you would say, yeah, that's shocking. Like, whoa, that's just too close to home. You should probably slow your roll. You understand what I'm talking about? Fearless, though, the Scorpio woman was, and was just like, let it be known to me. You know what I'm saying? It was done in a reserved way that she let it be known to me. Everyone did not know about this. You know what I mean? So I took that into consideration, but I just told her, like, I definitely don't think that's a good idea. You know what I'm saying? Because of the scenario, because of the circumstances. So it didn't happen. But later on in life, down the road, me and this other person broke up, and I started dating this Scorpio woman, right? So we started hitting it off. But not only that, when she came on to me again because she disappeared. I don't know where she went. You know what I'm saying? But she came back out of nowhere and came on to me, but came on to me strong, like provocative and everything. So my thoughts are, okay, she's more experienced. She's more involved with her sexuality and her body and stuff like that. So this is probably why I'm getting this version of her. Maybe. You know what I'm saying? There was no reservedness approach about this is pretty much what I'm saying, right? So, okay, here nor there, granted. So we're dating, we're doing the 1-2. Sex was like offered in a way that was like brothel, like not taking a shot at y'all, Scorpio. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying it's just like, and not like me, that's the type of shit that I like. You know what I'm saying? But that's how it was kind of like offered to me. You know what I'm saying? Like, here, take this. You know what I'm saying? Like, you want to stop playing. You know what I'm saying? So we would dip off. We would go to these secret places and stuff. You know what I'm saying? And do what we need. We be banging. You know what I'm saying? So boom. I'm like, all right, cool. I can get used to this. This is cool to me. So we dip off, come back, da 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 da. So what happened in the mix of this is because we liked each other to that extent, we started seeing each other more. It was challenging to not just be seen secretly all the time. We wanted to be seen while we were doing what we were doing, or whatever the case may be. I'd say her more than me. You know what I'm saying? I'm just keeping it official. You know what I'm saying? Because during the day or while I'm doing what I'm doing, I really didn't want her around. You know what I'm saying? Now, afterwards, it's a go. Whatever y'all want to do, let's do it. You know what I'm saying? But while I'm doing what I'm doing, I wasn't really cool with that. She would pop up anyway. You know what I'm saying? So, all right, granted, I'm not going to turn her away and be like, nah, get out of here. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'll be like, all right, stick around, hang out a bit. You know what I'm saying? I'll be off in a couple of hours, whatever the case may be. You know what I'm saying? So, all right, boom. We working it like that. Now, because I have other people around me, and, you know, this is something cliche. This happens a lot. You know what I'm saying? Women, you got your men friends. Women see that. They want to bring their women friends on board, stuff like that. You know, okay? Try to do the matchmaker thing and stuff like that. Cool. This thing happens. It doesn't turn out to be so great later on. And the reason being, and this is why I'm saying, like, when other people find out about the situation that we're dating and stuff like that, this is when things get tricky. Because, you know, the other woman start actually having eyes for me. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, it's really not my fault in the biggest scheme of things. Because when I look at us dating and I look at astrology, I'm like, okay, you're from the 8th house, Scorpio woman. So the same way that you came and approached me about some treacherous type sex that we could have had a long time ago, but it didn't happen, that's cool with me, but you should continue to approach me like that. And we should continue to move, like, dip off and bang in secret places or whatever the case may be, because that's how we work well. Soon as these other people start getting included, now it's 3 wheels. You know what I'm saying? It was 4. One fell off. We don't know where her man is all of a sudden. You know what I'm saying? How did that happen? And if we're not going to have a threesome or whatever the case may be, what is really going on here? You know what I'm saying? And I know Scorpio women could be jealous. This is how I found out. You know what I'm saying? But in this certain situation that I'm talking about, like, it wasn't even really, like, shown. Like, it wasn't no flipping out or whatever the case may be. You could see, like, some smoke coming out of the ears or whatever the case may be. But it was almost, like, unbelievable. Like, nah. She wouldn't. She couldn't. You know what I'm saying? It's just like, yo, yeah. And sure, it takes 2 to tango. Again, you know what I'm saying? But listen, you know what I mean? At this point, with this, what I'm talking about right now, I was pretty much younger. You know what I'm saying? So, again, I'm not the best type for settling down. So I'm not, come to find out, dating Scorpio women, they actually like monogamous relationships. You know what I'm saying? Despite how they come off in their sexuality and all of that stuff, they want to be with one person doing all of that wild, freaky stuff. You know what I'm saying? And there's something else that I noticed from dating Scorpio women, right? While sex is fun and offered in the beginning, like brothel style type sex, and I'm like, okay, yeah, I can dig this. Like, this is where I come to party and have freaky fun when I'm done doing what I need to do. Okay, boom, I love this. I can get used to this, right? This is actually used as a tool, like as weaponry, because it's like bait. You know what I'm saying? Of course, I've heard this before, but it's like, I don't approach life like that. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, okay, we're banging this because we have a connection that is so magnetic that it's like, okay, we should bang this often. You know what I'm saying? I'm not looking at it as, okay, I'm giving him samples so we can be monogamous one day. You know what I'm saying? And that's how I felt after a while. It's like, okay, you're giving me the sex like this because things are going to change later. So you know that stuff that people talk about married people, how the sex gets less later on after the marriage. This is how I felt dating Scorpio women. You know what I'm saying? It's like, oh, okay, now that I know how powerful and good the stuff is, the cookies are, now you can fall back from doing that, and it's time to, like, watch us work on other levels. And I'm just like, wait a minute, that's not the package deal. You know what I'm saying? To me, sex is like, again, it's like handshake. It's like a firm agreement to say, okay, this is the connection that we have. This is the bond that we have, and we should continue to have this bond because this is why I'm showing up every day. Like, isn't that why you, like, flashed me like that in broad daylight? Like, isn't that why you did this type of stuff? Like, I'm confused now. Tell me what it is. You know what I mean? So I think that if I date Scorpio women in a more reserved manner, then possibly the relationship can blossom into something like that because we'll be more one-on-one talking about it and speaking about it. It's just kind of puzzles me to how the most secretive sign that I date ends up being in public forums when I'm dating them, you know? And then it's like, of course you hear, you know, what happens in the dark comes out to light. Well, let it happen that way though. Let it happen in the dark and then come out to light. Let's not start off in the light and then now we have other concerns now because of the people who are actually observing this dating taking place. You know what I'm saying? So for me, dating the Scorpio woman is still something that needs more exploration to understand her as a woman more and get down to why is it so fixed that if it's not one thing, then it must be the other thing, which is pretty much leaving altogether. You know what I'm saying? Because from my understanding from studying astrology and doing astrology is if you don't match the criteria, you are not ready to be what they want nothing to do with you. You know what I'm saying? So I think that needs more exploration for me, or maybe not. You know what I'm saying? But I think for me to give more in part 2 on this, then I'd have to understand more from having one-on-one interactions with dating Scorpio women when people don't necessarily know about it.